County Court County Session, Mayor Danny Cook presiding.
Join me in the Pledge of Allegiance, please. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Let's pray. Our gracious Heavenly Father, we're so thankful for the blessings that you've given us, the love that you show, just the goodness that you have for us who doesn't deserve it. Lord, we thank you for allowing us to be born in this great nation that we're in and this great community we live in Blake County. We just pray that you'll bless each one of us each day, that we all strive to live better lives and to serve you in the ways that you prefer us to do. Remember all those in need in our community, our friends and family. And again, thank you just for all that you do. We pray that this meeting will be a blessing to you and that your will be done. In Christ's name we ask. Amen.
Amen. Amen.
Good to see everybody tonight. Thank y'all for coming out. I will apologize beforehand. The electricity went off a couple of times today. The air conditioners are working, but it was off long enough to heat it up here. So I apologize if y'all get hot. I'm sorry. Thank y'all for bearing with us. So, all right. If you're ready.
Barker,
Here.
Dean,
Here.
Hayes,
Here.
Snyder,
Here.
Tippett,
Here.
Warren,
Here.
Whitson,
Here.
Yates.
Here.
All right. We've got a quorum tonight. All right. As you see on your minutes, we always have the opportunity for public comments. For anyone who has a comment they want to make regarding the items on the agenda tonight, is there any public comments? Second call for public comments. Third call, public comments. Okay, we'll proceed on. Minutes?
Make a motion to approve the minutes from the June meeting.
Second.
Motion second to approve June minutes. Any discussion? All in favor of approval say aye. All opposed? Motion passes. Trustee report, Mallory.
I'm looking at your sheets you got in your packet. It's the audited report. And the general fund ended June with 2.6 million. Your solid waste was 295,000. Your debt service was 1.6 million. And county as a whole, highway, schools and everything, 10 million.
Yeah.
868,000. Y'all have any questions about that?
I don't.
I'm also in the process of taking bank bids and shopping banks for interest on our checking accounts and services that each bank offers. So, just letting y'all know, I've gotten one in and I meet with another one tomorrow.
Good deal.
Sounds good.
Thank you, Mallory.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. EMS, Jack?
Made 156 runs last month. Collection about the same. Not bad at all for us. The units are doing fine. We're not having any trouble out of the new units. Are still having trouble out of one of my loading systems, getting it installed correctly. The striker was supposed to be here today, didn't make it today. We'll go back next week, try to get that thing right. The wires are coming with some of the bottom somehow or another. So they're gonna try to get this straightened out. For your information, there's a grant out there that we've already got from the state rural development. Rural development, this organization is gonna buy a brand new ambulance for every rural county in this state. 80 something ambulances, 87, 88, somewhere in that range, okay? They're giving us a little over $300,000 to buy this ambulance with. And it'll have a loading system already in it, not a stretcher, just a loading system. I know we just bought 3 brand new units, but you want to give away $300,000.
No.
No, sir. Absolutely not.
Go ahead and buy one that'll put 4 in service, and that'll make the other 3 last longer. Now, we're waiting on TASA. I think you know a little bit about that. TASA is talking to Medicare and the state, and they're trying to work out, there's some problems in there somewhere. They're trying to get all that worked out. We have to send the reports every quarter and all that kind of stuff. But the county has to own mountains. Now, those like Dyer County that doesn't have an ambulance service, they have to own the ambulance, but they have to lease it. So it's causing a lot of legal mumbo jumbo there. So anyway, just letting you know, we already have the paperwork.
No, we're unanimous on that. Yeah, if they're giving it away, yeah, we want it.
We need free money.
Just letting you know.
We will take that.
And Jack, that is one of the big box ambulances, isn't it?
Do I?
Isn't it one of the bigger ambulances?
Yeah, it'll be a big box unit.
High
Okay.
cube. It's a high cube. Is it the high cube?
Yeah, it'll be high. It'll be a big.
This is one can carry two.
Good.
Oh, yeah, easily. You have a lot
Got
more room in the
nobody
back.
to sit with 'em in the back.
The only drawback, I don't like about it to be diesel, but then nothing you can do about that.
Like you said, though, it's free.
Free.
It's free.
There's
No,
nothing free. They gonna
no
do something.
copay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, just use it some and swap it out.
Swap it out, but that's free.
There you go.
Make everything last longer.
do.
Exactly. Thank you.
Thank you.
Try for grants. They go for a certain thing, so when they come,
We'll take them all day,
Exactly.
all day long.
all right. Thank you, Jack.
Well,
Sheriff's report, Joe.
Well, he's holding about 32 inmates average, 31, 32, 9 state inmates. Board bill fees, we turned over right at $12,000 to Maui the month. Sheriff's still out. Goes back to the doctor tomorrow, so maybe we'll have a time frame when he'll be back. Any questions?
No?
Thank you.
Thank you, Joe.
Okay. All right. We have a little bit of a different situation tonight. We're going to have a video feed. Mr. Timko, who is the CEO of Syova, is going to be visiting with us on the screens. Going to give us an update, and we appreciate what they've done so far and looking forward to hearing from him to see what the status is and what their plans are from this point on. So we have CEO Timko here, and we certainly appreciate you visiting with us tonight in Lake County. Hope everything's going well in Canada.
It's going well. Just a test. Can you hear me easily?
Yes.
sir.
Perfect. Well, thank you for allowing me to remotely dial in and attend. Had meetings in Washington, which kind of preclude my light transportation around different places. But to those that don't know me, my name is Jason Tipko. I'm the president of Syova. We are the roughly 148-acre site north of Tiptonville, where we plan on building state-of-the-art silicon metal production. Silicon metal, for those that you don't recall, it's critical for batteries, computer chips, aluminums, all the new AI, plus 7,000 to 8,000 industrial products. You've seen the site slow down a lot the last 2 years. Next week, actually, you'll see it start picking up a little bit more. Rail is being restarted on our site. So right now, rail runs to our site and stops at the fence. We'll be adding that in over the next 2 months, completing the rail. The site to date, we've invested roughly $250 million between the site and infrastructure, plus what's sitting in the port warehouses, which we're renting. We have been sitting at a final investment decision for the last just a hair over 2 years now. We're a debt-free company, thank heavens. We have the capital to complete build. It's gotten certainly much more expensive. By the time we're done, we'll likely be well in excess of $1 billion at that site. The next items to start would be pouring of concrete for the foundations and starting to erect the buildings. All our long lead items are at site. So once we do give the go-ahead, we're 18 months once mobilization has happened, we're 18 months from opening. And we estimate mobilization, depending upon which crew it is, anywhere from 30 to 60 days. The site itself, when I say waiting final investment decision, when we first undertook this, we are and still remain the lowest cost producer of silicon metal in the Western world. We're vertically integrated. We own our own mine up in Canada. But China has been dumping and got very aggressive in dumping in the last year especially. The Chinese government loses a little over $1 billion a month controlling the price of this. And it's similar to a heavy rare earths, which one of our sister companies actually does do rare earths. And we have a deal done with the US government where we're providing it for the US government. We're working on something similar. We've always asked the US government, while we have great support at the local level, at the state level, we also recently have built amazing relationships at the federal level with government. The most senior levels of commerce, i.e. Secretary of Commerce Howard Lutnick, we discuss with he and his team regularly. I'm on with Commerce 10 to 12 times every week. Right now, they submitted a week and a half ago a submission to the White House, which we will find out likely in the next 30 to 45 days. We remain committed to starting that site. We just need what we tell Commerce is a level playing field. The level playing field means we have to be able to compete against a subsidized Chinese product. And we are fortunate that the current administration very much believes in tariffs. And to those that may not have heard of Section 232 tariffs, they're used for steel and aluminum, largely to date. And they protect those industries in the US, and that's why there's a lot of growth. We've asked for the similar protection. Commerce supports us in that request. One thing that this room will be the first outside of our office to hear this. We feel very confident this project is moving forward. It's just going to be a question of how it moves forward. The US government did confirm to us last month they are committed to making sure that this industry does not disappear in the US. As a background, this industry has disappeared in the UK, or in Europe, excuse me. Europe used to be the second largest producer. They now produce 0 tons. They buy it all from China. And the US does not want to rely on that. The US government, to assure us, has made offers to take over the company if necessary to keep production in the US. We obviously want to do it ourselves. We have the ability to do it ourselves, and they'd hire us to run it and build it for them anyways. But those are some of the proposals that we're going back and forth with the White House. Our first thing is we've got to protect the industry and commerce, and the White House understand that. So we believe we're on the 11th hour of that. Those are our rough updates. You know, small little things. We still remain very engaged in the community. Sponsor many of the teams, the local charities. We've elected to not take advantage of some of our tax benefits because we wanted our plant up and going. As Mayor well knows, for the last couple of years, we've been paying our full tax to help contribute in. And so just in the last 2 years alone, that's amounted to just approximately $300,000 towards Lake County as well as Departmental. So we very much want to continue contributing and make this something much bigger for Tiptonville and Lake County.
Okay, thank you. I don't know which way is fast. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you fine, thank you.
Good. I can look behind and look ahead. I probably feel better just looking ahead, if that's okay.
Please.
Could you go over again, whenever this situation gets resolved and the factory is up and running, can you give them some ideas on the number of employees, possibly pay scales, benefits, things that we have to look forward to, hopefully, when your industry is complete? Is that possible?
It is. Exact timing will lay upon the federal government somewhat. However, phase 1 of the project would be 140 employees. So that's 2 furnaces. Those, we've looked at the average plant salary, and there'll be a scale everywhere from forklift operator right up to senior metallurgist. Of the 140 jobs, our goal would be to, if we could, I'd hire 100% local. However, we do anticipate at this point, just rough testing, 10 to 12 of them will be from outside the local area. We'll be bringing them in and relocating them to the area. Reason being, I need an experienced metallurgist, and I need every shift operator to be an experienced silicon metal plant, just for safety. Over 2 years, we'll train all the people, so we'll go. We then at that site is sized to go ultimately 4 furnaces. The second 2 furnaces would add roughly 100 to 110 people. The construction jobs over that time period would be an average of roughly 300, peaking out at 500, but then declining back to about 300. And studies have been done numerously on all these other plants. There's not many plants in the world, but the best comparison would be there's a city near Perth, Australia, that has a silicon metal plant. It doesn't have much else, and for each job they created at the plant, there was roughly 6 spin-off jobs. So those spin-off jobs would be anywhere from welders to instrumentation people to the numerous transportation, barge operators, tugboat operator, trucking, rail. But even when you start bringing that many people in, you also have increases in restaurants and the likes. So numerous economic studies showing the growth of the 5 to 6 times whatever we create. On top of that, we have also recently extended our permits, and we're looking at advancing phase 2. So our goal would be, if the US government rules in favor, we will be doubling our size almost immediately. We'll have to order the long lead, which will take a little longer. That'll take 3 years for those to come online. And the government has requested us to build a total of 8 furnaces, which would be much larger. We wouldn't do them all at that site. And we're looking at another site to mirror it, though, which would be in the region.
Good deal. So, is this something, the jobs there, we wouldn't be requiring college degree? We could have people, high school degrees, people with TCAT degrees, things like that? Or are you going to require higher levels of education for the jobs all the way from top to bottom?
Completely. A GED will qualify you for the entry-level jobs. The jobs will average about 75% higher than the average household income for that area. We will be a high-paying employer. We work with TCAT and a few of the other institutions to help create training programs for some of these opportunities. But we have also learned in the region, there are numerous steel plants. And many of these jobs are similar to those that happen at that. But I would quite frankly say that material handling is the #1 job in the plant as far as quantity-wise. You have everything from accountants to HR people to safety people, but there's a lot of material handling.
Board members?
No.
So y'all have spent roughly $250 million already in investment.
Correct.
Wow.
So, and that provides a great leverage for that industrial park. Some of our sister companies are also even looking at sites there now.
Okay. Which had a question from one of the commissioners. As you said, we're waiting on Washington to hopefully pass that 232 tariff. Is that something you think could happen any day, or is it going to be weeks, months down the road, or just depending on who's in charge, or what?
We were very fortunate. The governor of Tennessee showed up. Every leader of Tennessee showed up to back us when we were first meeting with the senior levels of commerce. Sometimes these things can happen within a week. However, these are essentially our presidential orders. So what is going on President Trump's desk between the Iranian war, many other, like, he has a full agenda. Internally, we've always tried targeting by the first week of September, we want to know. And that was our communication. We need the confirmation back from them. We're having positive signals. But again, rubber hitting the road means everything. And so for us, once we have 232, we will make a final investment decision, which will be a go-ahead. And then we'll be notifying all the trades, it's time to mobilize. And we'll be collecting that information, and from that, we will then rebuild our time schedule. The schedule for what we have to do hasn't changed one bit. It'd be nice to be able to start in the fall, that's for sure, before the rain gets up.
It would be wonderful. I think you'd have a room full of people be willing to get up there with shovels. I really do. Questions that people have asked me before, and I know we're talking about the tariffs, and particularly with China because they're manipulating the market. Some folks have asked me, does the U.S.-Canada tariff situation, is that particularly posing us any problems specifically to that? Or is the only tariff situation the one with China and the big ones?
It's only with China. So because we are vertically integrated and own our own critical raw material in Canada, those come duty-free, tax-free, duty-free, tariff-free. There is no challenge to that. Our greatest challenge is historically the price of silicon metal has averaged north of $5,000 a ton, peaked at about $12,000. We built our business model at $4,000, and China is currently selling it for $1,300.
Damn.
They are selling it for a third of the cost of what our competitors cost to make this product. So it's a very clear dumping situation. And one thing, the US has always had two organizations, USTR and ITA, which protect trade alliances and the importation of goods. However, China is a master, this is not politically correct, but of being, I call it the whack-a-mole. Remember the old game from, mole's head, you gotta whack it?
Right.
We have countries, the US production is down to 10% of what it used to make 3 years ago because of this China problem. US now imports more from Angola and Vietnam. They started importing from Vietnam 3 months ago. Vietnam doesn't even have a plant to make silicon metal. So what China does is find their proxies and just start dumping it. Whenever there's a free trade or no barriers, they start dumping that until it gets caught within 5 years. Well, Rule Section 232 just says, no, we are going to put a tariff on this. We don't care where it comes from. We are protecting the US. And the US is adamant. I've had major heads of Department of War put their hand on my shoulder and go, Jason, we just learned that our batteries are made in China, even though they're assembled here in the US, the components are made in China. The US wants to be able to rely on American-made chips, American-made batteries for drones and all that kind of stuff. And we're the critical component that enables it all.
Can you tell people how long this has been in the works? From day one when you started, it's just not a process that you just ask for something and instantly it's there. Can you give an update on just a rough idea of the length of time?
It's a bit embarrassing in one sense. So I started this company in 2012. And we are fully permitted. We are awaiting no permits. We are expanding permits to add additional capacity. I never thought we'd have this problem because China historically always sold it for about $4,000 a ton. But they have decided that this is the one critical, they dump lithium, they dump heavy rare earths, they dump all those things. But they've spent the most money dumping silicon metal because of its vertical importance to the whole economy.
More?
Thank you.
More?
Is the quality of the metal in China as good as what Canada's going to be?
Could you hear that, sir? He asked.
I have to apologize. I think I'm only really picking up
Okay.
your mic.
What Dennis had just asked was, is the quality of the Chinese silicon comparable to your silicon, or is it lesser?
It's significantly poorer. You can't make AI chips out of a Chinese product. You can't make structural aluminum out of it. We will have not only the lowest cost production, we will have the highest quality product because our rock is so pure coming from Canada. Our quartz deposit in Golden, BC is unlike anything on the planet.
What kind of time frame do you suspect for your quartz mine? How long do you think you'll be able to harvest from there?
It is 555 acres. I've only tested 1/7 of the land officially, because that's all we're allowed to, with what are called NI 43101s and SK 1300s, which are bankable reserve reports. We have roughly 65 years of supply. However, unofficially, we've drilled probably about 30 additional holes. I cannot include those in my reserve report, but I can run for hundreds. My grandchildren can run that mine. It'll go for hundreds of years.
Wonderful.
Yeah, we won't be here.
Wonderful. So Lake Countyans can have a job for a long time.
These are generational plants. Other than Mississippi, all the rest of the plants in North America are in excess of 50 years old. Of the 27 furnaces that Faro Globe historically ran in North America, they're down to only running one because of the Chinese production.
Wow.
Mississippi's only running at 75% capacity because they're cycling. Every time they sell, they lose money. And for us, we've pulled together capital, we're sitting on it, but for us to open a plant, we do believe demand is growing. The demand in the US is anticipated to go up 8-fold over the next 5 years. So when I first came and first met yourself, Mayor, we were looking at the entire US market tripling. Now it's 8 times with all these new downstream aluminum plants, steel plants, computer chip plants.
And he was talking about the quality a bit ago, the computer chips, because we hear so much about that, and with China with the chips. Will the high quality make better quality chips, or will that, for like AI or anything like that needs the highest quality, can we do that?
So typically China makes computer chips out of silicon metal that is what they call 9 nines. So it's 99.777 or 9999 times. 12 nines is 99.10 more nines, period. China does those well, and we can easily compete against that. In the newer AI, they're much faster chips that are much smaller with smaller traceways. You need higher purity, 15 and 16 nines, and China can't compete in that. And right now, the world used to rely on Australia, and they went dry. So this is one of the things that they need us to come online quickly. We should have truly started a year and a half ago, but it took us a while to get introduced to the top levels of this administration and get their support. But they are moving as fast as they can.
Very good. Board? I'd like to recognize Chuck back there, and Marcia. Chuck with TVA. He has been a regular visitor to Lake County over the years, and I know you guys have a great relationship. TVA is going to be crucial with your operation. Chuck, did you need any information?
No, just thank Jason for coming. Thanks for joining it. It's a great update. I learn something every time I hear it speak, but it's always good.
Could you hear that? He says you teach him something every time he hears you, so that's good.
Good deal.
And you are in British Columbia. If people do not know, he's in British Columbia, so you're
Actually, I'm in Alberta right now.
You're in Alberta, okay? So
Alberta.
okay, your plant or your mine is in British Columbia, isn't that correct?
In British Columbia, correct.
There you go. Okay.
Yeah, Chuck and Marcia have been great supporters. Without Chuck and Marcia, this project would not be anywhere near where it's at. Well, we wouldn't even be in the county, to be honest with you.
We appreciate that. They are trying hard for Lake County, and we certainly appreciate their work, and we appreciate you, and thank you for taking part in Lake County. We're glad you chose it, and I hope that we'll be good partners with you. We're, like I said, we'll bring our shovels. We're ready to roll. So
Yes, sir.
you let us know.
Excellent. As are we.
All right. Anybody?
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. If y'all don't know Chuck Marcus back there in Marshall Mills, they're back on the back row.
But Tim was quiet.
When I think of TVA, I think of Chuck. He's it.
Too much money invested. They weren't going to shake.
You wish, don't you?
That would put us way over the top.
All right. Thank y'all for bearing with us on that. I think that was well worth the time, and we appreciate him taking the time to visit with us to give us a update. I know people have been worried about that for a long time. It is going to happen. It's going to be, so we're so proud to hear that. So, all right. Budget Committee has been meeting the last few weeks and discussing the budget. Budget Committee has talked several times and have come together with some things. If y'all have questions, Budget Committee, does anyone on the Budget Committee want to address anything about what we've done? Anybody? They've done some preliminaries, brought some things together, looked at it, some things they liked, some things they tried not to. We don't want to go over. We need to have a balanced budget. No intention of raising any taxes whatsoever. They have looked at several different scenarios with the budget, and they've got copies of this. You guys all have seen the copies. Yeah. We do balance out. We are in the black. And Jackson, did you have anything that you need to add or to describe, or anything they may have a question on?
No, I don't think so. Just unless somebody has a question or anything like that.
And this is what was published in the paper. It is not official, of course, until you guys agree to it.
The Budget Committee made cuts throughout the budget during the meetings. Contrary to what's being said on the street, there's no pay increases in this budget other than the state mandated, and there is no tax increase in this budget.
No.
Yeah, I'd like to, before we vote on it, that we've met numerous times, and we've changed this and tweaked this and changed that, and obviously, I mean, a lot of people don't believe this, but every one of us sitting up here would love for the tax rate to go down. Right. That being said, it's my opinion that's not the smartest move financially right now for the county. We're starting to get our head above water. So I think if we stick it out for a little bit longer, we might get our shoulders up. So that all being said, unless anybody has any more questions about it, I've looked at this, and we've all looked at this till we're blue in the face. I make a motion that we adopt this proposed budget for this coming year.
Second. Has everybody had, the guys that have not seen it, has everybody had enough time to look at it over the last week?
Yeah, I looked at it.
Do you have any questions about it?
I'm just glad there's no tax increase. That's the main thing.
Me too. I hope for the next 3 or 4 years there's not any tax
Main
increase.
thing.
I
I
think
appreciate y'all taking time to figure all this out.
I think it's safe to say that we had a conference call with Scott Gibson, who's Cumberland Securities, who takes care of our debt service, and had good discussion with him. And as he said, of course, we never to the point of where we want to be, but we're much better than we've been in years. Yep. And should not foresee tax increases for some time. If everything will go like we hope it will continue, things like Syova coming on, he was pleased with what we saw. Of course, every situation can be different, but right now we got a favorable budget right now. So
Hopefully in the near future, we can have some tax decrease.
Right.
As long as right now, we stay where we at and prosper and move on.
There you go.
Be the plan.
Yeah.
Okay. Any more discussion? Anything about it?
I just want to say I appreciate working with all y'all, and I know we always didn't agree on things, but in the end, we did come to final decision, final resolution,
Yep.
and I think we were all amicable with it. And I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Anyone else?
I still think there can be cuts made, and I will do it till the day I die. But that's just me.
Gotcha.
All right.
Motion and a second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All right, this is a money situation, definitely, so Bethany?
Barker,
Yes.
Dean,
Yes.
Hayes,
Yes.
Snyder,
Yes.
Tippit,
Yes.
Warren,
No.
Whitson,
Yes.
Yates.
Yes.
Based on Syova.
Motion passes. Thank you. All right, we have an appropriations resolution. You all have got a copy of that. That's appropriations to the different parts that we have. Trying to find it right here. The only appropriations we have listed, if you look, it's in the back of your packet right there. Resolution making appropriations to nonprofit organizations in Lake County for the year beginning July 1st, 2026, ending June 30th, 2027. We have $3,000 to the Lake County Rescue Squad, and we have $35,000 to the Reelfoot Lake Tourism Council. And those are the only two that we have as far as appropriations.
That comes from the hotel.
Luckily, the Rescue Squad got a big grant from the state. Is anybody here from the Rescue Squad? Nobody. They got some help from the state with that too, so.
Motion to approve.
I'll second that.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve the appropriations to the nonprofit organizations. Any discussion?
Move right
All
along.
right,
Roll call.
roll call.
Barker,
Yes.
Dean,
Yes.
Hayes,
Yes.
Snyder,
Yes.
Tippit,
Yes.
Warren,
Yes.
Whitson,
Yes.
Yates.
Yes.
What I did, actually, I did the nonprofits before I did the profits, or, I'm sorry. Okay. The other appropriations resolutions, this is the one that's got everything we do. General fund, law library fund, solid waste sanitation, drug control fund, highway public works, general purpose school fund, central cafeteria fund, general debt service fund, Lake County levy, Madrid Bend levy, and those are the appropriations. And this is a resolution making appropriations for the various funds, departments, and institutions, offices, and agencies of Lake County, Tennessee for the year beginning July 1st, 2026 and ending June 30th, 2027.
I make a motion.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve that resolution. Is there any discussion? Roll call.
Barker,
Yes.
Dean,
Yes.
Hayes,
Yes.
Snyder,
Yes.
Tippit,
Yes.
Warren,
Yes.
Whitson,
Yes.
Yes.
All right, motion passes. Next resolution we have is the tax levy resolution. This is fixing the tax levy rate in Lake County, Tennessee for the year beginning July 1st, 2026. General, if any of you out there don't know, when we get our tax money from everywhere that we get it, from the state, federal, or local, it's split up in different groups. General fund gets $2.5125. Solid waste gets 0.1585. Highway public works gets 0.0161. General purpose school 0.5177. And debt service gets 0.1612 for a total of 3.3660. That is the tax levy. As we
Repeat
look-
that, please.
The whole thing, or
No,
just-
no, just the ending.
$3.36. It's actually 3.3660. It did not go up whatsoever. Okay.
Right here. Page.
Yeah.
That's a big page.
Make a motion.
We have a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion?
Roll call.
Barker,
Yes.
Dean,
Yes.
Hayes,
Yes.
Snyder,
Yes.
Tippit,
Yes.
Warren,
Yes.
Whitson,
Yes.
Yates.
Yes.
Okay. Motion passes. All right. We have other business, and I actually, myself, do not have other business. Any of the members of the board have other business?
Yeah, well, I got one little thing that somebody brought up to me. I guess the juvenile office, something about the ceiling. The ceiling, and I think it coincides with the flooring in the jury room that needs some work.
Right.
I think, we've had a few people work on it before.
It collapsed about 5 years ago.
Yeah, I think, we need to get somebody, that sure enough knows what's going on. I'd like to see, I personally would like to see something done before our next monthly meeting, if at all possible. If that just means, getting a bid or what have you, so.
Okay.
I'd like to see that, that's all.
Okay, that's chronically been a problem.
Yeah,
Right
yeah.
there. It has. It's been patched and patched and
Yeah,
patched.
yeah, I think we have to dig deep into it and fix it.
Hey, John.
I've had 2 different contractors also call wanting to know the procedures to get on our bid list,
Okay.
which is actually a good thing. The more people you got bidding, the better off you're gonna be. You want me to just get with you and give you that information?
That'd be fine.
But they are licensed, bonded, insured, so we won't have to worry about that.
Very good. That'd be fine. Thank you. Anyone else? No other business?
Motion adjourned?
Motion to adjourn. We have a second. We have a second. Give me the sign.
I wanna know